Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Kerbal. We're back with Kerbal Space Program, continuing our career mode, and things have gotten a little busy out here at Minmus, haven't they? Welcome back to the Minmus station. We are about to continue our drilling mission. We have gotten a contract a while ago to acquire 600 units of fresh ore from Minmus, and then have that delivered to Kerbin. Now, we've already delivered ore to Kerbin from the moon before using a unmanned probe that carried the ore back into atmosphere and then parachuted it there. We have one of those. This time, we only need a bilateral connector here, so we can carry 600 units of ore. We don't need 800 this time. So we got that. Also, besides the lander that was already out here to perform, scientific missions, I built another one. This one specifically with the goal of carrying the amount of fuel that we need. And I believe, and I certainly hope that we can do it in one trip. I hope my math isn't off because we're using some of these small containers instead of the big ones on the side of this thing. We got the two drills. These are smaller drills, so I kind of had to place them lower to the ground so they will actually, reach the surface. That was a problem I had with one of my older KSP programs, was that I built a lander to start retracting ore from the surface, and the drills didn't actually reach the ground. So, yeah, that ain't gonna be a problem this time. And then, of course, since there is a crew in that pod, I also decided to build a vessel to bring them home. Well, I didn't actually build this vessel. This is a repurposed version of a Freya 6 spaceship that also carried another little extension to our this is Floyd, the Floyd Dynamics Research Lab. So to the Floyd Minmus station, and that's pretty much everything we need. We're all set to get our mission started. Step 1 is going to be well, actually, it's not to land and pick up ore. Step 1 is going to be for us to determine what spots are worth mining in the first place. Where's our survey satellite? It'd be under relays. Probes. Why am I seeing that probe? I have satellites turned off. Huh, that's weird. Anyway, let's switch to the survey satellite. I launched this, by the way, while we were off camera. And let us toggle the overlay. I'm not seeing anything. Have I just toggled it off by mistake? No. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, we're gonna do like a 80% cutoff. There we go, that's better. Let's just pin this. And then let's have it monochrome. Okay, so those are the 80% areas. You got a couple good spots along the, well, not many. We got a few good spots along the equator. It's the easiest spot to land on. And I probably am going to pick the easiest spots to land on this time. Let's see if we got any better. If we got any 90% cutoff. No. No 90% cutoffs. Okay. Back to 80 then. So I'm thinking if I switch back to this, the overlay should still remain there, right? Yes. Sweet. Okay. So we got a nice area along this path to land on. Now we're going to want to stay in the sun because the drill is going to be powered by electricity. We could land there. See which way the planet... We gotta... No matter what I do, we're gonna have to fast forward because we're past all the good spots. So let's see how Minmus is rotating. It's rotating fairly slowly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna land it. I think we're gonna land it right there. I don't think that we can bring science back from a mission like this, because I think we've gotten to pretty much all of the biomes that are easily accessible. Only place the only biome I know exists that we haven't been to is the South Pole, and I think Minmus only has poles to begin with, not North and South Poles. So even though I do have science equipment on board, I don't expect us to be able to bring back science from this mission. But you never know. So I think we're gonna land right about there. That looks like a good spot to land. Yeah. Okay. I believe that the crew is ready for their assignment. Yep. Bill and Valentina are all set to embark. So let's quick save. Undock. And get to... Oh yeah, that was that was fun. So I built myself this little landing craft, and I was very meticulous to make sure that I had everything, absolutely everything that we could possibly need on board it. Excuse me one second. There we go. I had to sneeze, excuse me. Anyway, so I was very meticulous to make sure that it had everything on it. I went, okay, do we have enough power on it? Do we have enough ore tanks? Do we have the drills in the right height? What did I bump into? Oops. Careful, you don't want to break that. Okay, so do I have enough electricity on it? Do I have proper control? Is there life support? Have I packed snacks for the trip and all that? And in my haste, it took me about halfway complete with my launch to realize that I had neglected to put monopropellant thrusters on there on a vessel that absolutely has to be able to dock properly. So yeah, that was fun. I had to perform a docking using nothing but the Poodle engine, and let me just say, it went a lot smoother than I thought it would. So apparently the experience is honed during my many missions to, foreign bodies in the sky have borne fruit. And it wasn't even really that hard. I thought it was going to be, but then, all went pretty well. Anyway, let's bring her in. Okay. We're going pretty slow. This should be a very non-fuel consuming landing. Okay, we're landing somewhere. Oop, crap. Okay, so from this point on, I think we're pretty much good to just slow down however much we want. Like I said, this isn't going to be a significant effort to slow down this craft, so I'm going to start doing it. Where's our shadow? Sun's over there. Shadow should be coming up there somewhere. Bring her in, fellas. This craft is obviously going to be a lot heavier on its way up, and yes, we do have 600 spots for ore, so this is going to be able to get exactly as much as we want. Not a drop more, not a drop less. It's just a little bit early for landing gear just yet. Alright. We seem to be closer than we actually are, I think, because I can't see my shadow. Oh, it's... there it is, okay. I'm also starting to see the texture. Let's kill our horizontal velocity. There we go. So we're now dropping directly down. These legs can withstand I believe a 12 meter per second impact. So, we can start slowing down now. We're landing on a slope. Again. Shouldn't be a problem. I can eyeball it from here. Doop. Doop. There we have it. Landing as easy as any has ever been. Let us see where we are. We are at the lowlands where we have already been. Well, as I said, not a lot of science to be gained from this mission. We do, however, have this piece of equipment that I don't think we had. We did have it last time. Okay. So, solar panels out. I didn't even bring a scientist with me. We have pretty much gotten to the point in the space program where we are now performing jobs on the moon. Deploy the drill. Deploy the other drill. Let us start harvesting the surface. Activate the radiators. Start cooling down the drills. Make sure they operate at the optimum level. And now we just kind of let these guys sit out here until, you know, they get what they need. Let's just make sure that I really did. I didn't have the barometer apparently last time, so that's some science gained at any rate. What about the gravioli? Oh, that's what I just looked at. Okay. It's the gravioli meter that I didn't have last time. Got the temperature. Well, we got some seismic data. I suppose it's better than nothing. Yeah, we can bring back some, like, minimal science from repeated experiments. I mean, every little bit counts, right? Let's run an analysis. 12%. It's funny because the surface scanner, I mean the orbital scanner indicated 80%, but this is getting more. I don't fully understand how this ore stuff works just yet, because, you know, on the one hand, I go use that I go use the orbital survey scanner, and it tells me that there's this much here, and then I check this, tells me that there's this much here. It's significantly lower. It's like a fourth of what it told me there was, and even less, like an eighth. And then this one tells me that there's about half as much. So I'm getting mixed readings here. I'm probably not. I probably just don't understand what I'm supposed to be looking at. Anyway, we can kind of just leave these guys here until they finish their job. They need to gather 600 units of fuel, and, you know, while that's happening, before I pause the recording and just fast forward, let's get these guys some experience. Let's extend that ladder. Also, collect some of this data while we're out here. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Here we are. I don't think Valentina has been on the surface of Minmus. I think, like, our most experienced pilot right now is Jeb. He's the one who's been out here the most, so... Valentina has now officially been out here. I'm just gonna plant another flag. Mostly just for XP. Boop. There we go. Also because we had a contract to do it. What is this? Let's see. This is drill site 01, I suppose. What? That's weird. Keyboard switched to English all of a sudden. Yeah, it's fine. We don't. I mean, we've already commemorated our landing spots here, so that's fine. And I think we're gonna get Bill out as well. Up you go. Oh, actually, yeah, this is still worth science too. EVA report isn't, but the surface sample is. As long as you're up there, can you pick this up too for us? Yeah. We need to collect the data. Okay. And we don't have a scientist with us, so we're not repeating these experiments. But anyway, I will return with us once we have collected all the ore that we need. See you soon. Took longer than I expected. Anyway, we're finally done. We've been out here for a few days. Unfortunately, I don't know, like, part of that is the amount of time that it took us to get out there in the first place, but yeah, we've been here for several days because the power supply that this thing had, it was not good enough to keep the drills running throughout the night. And the radiators struggled to keep the drills running at, you know, optimal heat. So yeah, we were kind of in a pickle about that. Why are we still using power? I thought I had everything turned off. It's a good thing that, you know, life support and stuff like that isn't an aspect of this game. Otherwise, you know, I would have been in big trouble. There's no way that this craft was carrying 15 days worth of supplies. Anyway, we got places to be, so let us reset our target. Oh, Jesus, that scared me for a second. Set our target to the Minmus station. And let's go. Oops. SAS. Is this the way we're going? It looks like that's the way we came. I think this is the way we have to be going. Yep, looks like I got it right. Okay, good. Stay along the equator for optimal orbiting. And then we're trying to orbit Minmus. Not a difficult task at all, although we are carrying 600 units of ore this time, so there is that to worry about. Might as well just push our apoapsis all the way up. Should I just skip the docking? Like, should I just fast forward to the... Yeah, I'll probably do that. I mean, there's... I will show you the docking, though, because this time I'm going to have to perform it absent my monopropellant thrusters, which should be a fun thing to watch. Just to see me fumble around with that, but, you know, I'll skip the rendezvous part. I mean, it's... You've seen it a billion times already. See you when I get there. Okay, so we got our rendezvous. It's a pretty good separation, if I do say so myself. So, the station, where was it? Saw it. There it is. Okay. So basically, here's what's going to happen right now. I am going to have to dock using nothing but the liquid fuel engine. So, unlike previous dockings that we have performed, what this is basically going to look like is me setting myself up for a straight shot directly at the station, right? Directly at the docking port specifically. At which point I am basically going to use my engine to slow me down to a relatively safe docking speed, and then just kind of glider in without any kind of control. I've done it once, and like I said, it wasn't at all as hard as I thought, but I did have 4 possible targets back then. I have a lot less now. So step 1 is to get close and kill our relative speed. So that's the setup. Alright. This is close enough. So let's kill our relative speed. There we go. Now, where's my target? My target appears to be... It appears to be here on the left side. So I'm going to move us... Hang on, let me straighten this out first. There we go. So I'm going to move us a bit this way. This side of the station. All right. Let's see if I was right. We're moving away from the station now, so I'm going to have to Fix that. Okay. Okay, we don't need to move that far away from it. There. Just like that much. And my target appears to be over there. Everything is in the dark right now, so let me unset that and find the... There it is. Okay, there's a docking port. Now, basically I'm going to keep gliding this way until I feel like we've hit like the right distance. We're lined up with it exactly. I don't know if this is an important skill. This is really just me making up for a bunch of stupid mistakes that I made, but, you know. Okay, almost. Almost. No. Okay, overshot it a bit. That's fine. Okay. Now, I basically just... I'm already moving towards my target, and I'm moving pretty well towards it. So, let's line ourselves up. I'm lucky I'm doing this with this, by the way, because, this is a ship that's got very, you know, relatively good control. If I had to perform this with a ship that couldn't spin around as fast, I'd be in trouble. Now, basically just point ourselves at the docking node and pray. Also turn off the SAS so that it doesn't try to fight against the magnetic pull. There we go. See? Easy. Okay, well, that's done. Now we gotta fill up these containers. One. Two. 3. 4. Excellent. That's 1. Uh, 2. 3. And 4. All right, ore's been put on the vessel. Now we take this one home. Quick save, undock, and here's hoping that the fuel supply is going to last us. Shouldn't take much. And this one actually does have thrusters. Push it away. Alright, there we go. Now, we are, nope, excuse me, we are going prograde. And I can't see Earth, or Kerbin, so I'm assuming it's on the other side, so we can just kind of accelerate right now. Still, we better just check to be sure. Yeah, we're good. We're exactly good. Activate the engines. Off we go. The delivery probe is on its way. Let's just hope it stays in range of the relay satellites at all time. That was a fun thing as I was performing the unmanned docking of that thing all the way here, was that I had to constantly wait for the relay satellite to be in position. My rendezvous would always kind of put me on the other side of the moon and of Minmus, and every time it did that, it would just kind of be like, I can't see what's going on. Are you telling me to do something? I can't hear you. It's because the relay satellite was, you know, it was somewhere. We don't have, the signal won't reach Kerbin directly, so I need that relay satellite. And when it's on the other side of the planet, couldn't hear anything. All right, now let's. I'm gonna let it rotate a bit. There, like right about there. We're probably gonna get caught by Minmus again, so just gotta be ready for that. Why are we not? Are we? Oh crap! Are we out of range? Yeah, we're out of range. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I guess there's nothing left to do except just, you know, kind of spin around until we get a signal. Do I not have a relay satellite in like high Kerbin orbit? What happened to that one? Oh my, yep. It actually... What the heck is... There's a flag down there. What's going on? Excuse me, I gotta solve this right now. It's... Farside crater settled. What in the world? How did my flag get all the way out here? This is what it was talking about when it said I entered orbit of the sun, but how? How did my Farside crater settled flag get all the way over here? This was the flag from the moon base. So I basically bumped into that flag and it like flew off. This thing probably has like a total of 0 mass, so it physics engine treated it as something flying. It is now currently, this is probably the fastest man-made object in Kerbal history. Oh my goodness. Anyway, well, I mean, it's an achievement, right? We slingshotted a flag out to solar orbit. It's got to count for something. Anyway, we got a mission to perform here. So, I mean, I guess there's nothing to do except I'm gonna have to reload the quick save. Which I did leave one here, didn't I? Yeah, okay, thank goodness. So what I have to do is no. Crap. Okay. I'm gonna have to perform the burn while we're close to Minmus. Just make sure that I did actually leave. You know, I did do the quick save after I filled up the ore tanks. I did. So no sweat. Probably gonna have to build more relay satellites. Like maybe we probably need another relay satellite that's on a wider orbit around Minmus, like maybe as wide an orbit around Minmus as possible. The thing is, I thought I had another relay satellite that was on like a wide orbit here. Okay, now we're already in a bit of a pickle here. That thing's about to go behind Minmus, so we're going to want to get this burn done before that happens, before the loss of signal. Okay, and this is probably going to trap us back in Minmus's grav pool doing this, but I don't really have any other options. We just gotta get, like, even if we can just yep, there we go. Afraid that was going to happen. It's fine though. Keep going. This might actually help us. In fact, this should get us caught in like the moon. The moon will be over here. No? Okay, we're good. burning. Lost the signal's actually pretty far away, it's just that, you know, it looks bigger. Okay, how we doing? Okay, all these orbital paths are messing with me right now. Okay, what? We have two Kerbal periapses. Which one is the smaller one? The purple is the smaller one, right? Like, I could just do this. I could actually go on that, but I don't want to do that. Okay, 300, 200. There we go. All right, so now that that's done, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let this go halfway. It's gonna take a while for it to perform this flight, right? And just in order to save ourselves time, right around here, with a quick save, obviously, I am going to switch us back to the station. And I'm going to prep the flight home. So, let's see. I think I brought Jeb out here with the intention of having him command the Minmus station for a while. But I think we're actually just going to leave Brooke in command for now. We are going to bring home the... We are going to bring home the lander crew, though, so Bill. Get in there. Valentina, EVA. Take all the science we got. It's not a lot, but it's worth something. Oh, come on. I didn't ever onboard SAS on. Okay, there we go. Careful not to bump into anything this time. There we go. In you get. Experiment stored. Sweet. Alright, are we good? Val, Jeb, Bill. Sweet. Okay. I didn't refuel. Hang on. Did I want to? I think I wanted to. I wanted to transfer some of that fuel. You know what? It'll be fine. I feel like I'm wasting fuel. Yeah, in fact, give me a sec. I'm gonna fix this. Okay. So I just basically I left some fuel on board. We don't need that much fuel to get back home. At least we shouldn't, if I don't screw up. And I probably won't. But, you know. Okay. I'm gonna have to occasionally check in on the probe, make sure it hasn't actually landed yet. Because that thing won't survive entry if I don't activate the stages on my own. Actually, you know, I think I can set it. Never mind. Let's just get this done with. And our fuel supply. Probe is over there, still far away from Kerbin, but on its way home. I should have to switch over to it very soon. like, now, basically. Okay. This ship's going nowhere. We're fine. So let's switch to the unmanned ore tanker. Put her on retrograde. And then let's complete this landing. Hello, 1 million K. There we go. Alright. Do our usual. Burn all this fuel to slow us down. I prefer to land in the ocean if possible. No, I won't be picky. It's about as good as we're gonna get. Cut it and prep the parachutes. Looks like the thingamajigs got stuck. There we go. Prefer if they exploded away from me. Okay, those were our solar panels, which is fine. We don't need them. We're headed toward the ocean. That's good. This thing only has 4 parachutes, but it also is carrying less weight, so I'm hoping that's going to be good. I'm fast forwarding. Don't see any heat bars, so I assume we're doing well. Heat shield's holding. Speed is still pretty high, particularly compared to our altitude. Craft is also still holding at retrograde, so far so good. Camera's flipped, so we're on suborbital trajectory. And the burn should end very soon. There we go. Okay. We may actually end up hitting a landmass after all. It's, No, we're gonna miss it. Alright. Shoots are green to deploy. Oh, put her down. Can't wait for the day when I finally figure out how space planes work. And yeah, our speed is perfectly normal. Alright. Pop her down. Come on. Plop. Eek. That sunk pretty deep. I can recover it, right? It's the weight of the ore, obviously. That's what's dragging it down. Okay, recover the vessel. And that should be that contract complete. Yes? Shoot, I didn't... Didn't maintain stability. Ah, damn it. Well, shoot. Anyway. We still gotta bring the crew home. Thing is, I don't know if, like, I actually had to drop it on land, or if just sitting in the ocean there for 10 seconds, but the hold stability for 10 seconds thing, like, I thought just recovering a vessel with 600 units of ore on it would count as having delivered the ore, but yeah. Well, live and learn. All the infrastructure's still out there. The drill is still there. Still got fuel. We can do that. We can do that again. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll probably do it off camera. You guys don't have to watch me suffer through that again. Maybe we'll actually be able to bring back some science too, if I can just figure out what areas of the moon of Minmus we haven't visited yet. Also, I could have easily left a bit more fuel there, but whatever. Alright. We're good. Check it out. I didn't forget the heat. Where'd the heat shield go? I put a heat shield on it. Darn it. Oh, it's there. Okay, good. Looked invisible for a second. Remember, this was our vessel that didn't have a heat shield on it twice. Fuel should continue to explode. That's fine. We'll just let this one calmly hit the ground. Keep fast forwarding. Man, I feel cheated. Like, I performed the contract. I delivered the ore. It was recovered and everything, but they're like, nope. Contract stated that this ore specifically had to stay in one spot for 10 seconds straight. So, we're just going to keep this, but you're not getting your money. I'm like, well, screw you, man. You have any idea how hard it is to transfer 600 units of ore through space? Put it down on the surface of a planet without burning up? Jeez, man. You got your product. Totally got your raw materials, and you're now basically ripping me off. I'm gonna find who gave me that contract. I'm not accepting contracts from that company anymore. Doesn't say here, but once I get back to Kerbal HQ, I'm gonna sue them. I realize that I didn't complete my contractual obligations, but I mean, come on, man. I brought you ore from Minmus. I could have made fuel out of that. Instead, I chose to sell it to you. I don't even need your money, really. I'm just... I should probably quit before I start getting mad. Let me see if I can't find an easier way to complete that quest. Like, maybe, you know, if I was a bit more, if I was a bit better with this, then I could have performed the return the crew home mission and the return the ore mission at once. Like, I could have somehow built a craft with that could carry the crew and land the ore. Like, I think that's something I could have done. This science is still, ironically, not necessarily enough for me to do anything with. So I don't think that there's anything that I can get. Valentina got some XP, I noticed there before I left. Yeah, we still have some text for 300, but do I really want any of these? Or do I want... I think I want to save up the... I think I want to save up for the 550 text. Like this stuff, for instance. Hypersonic flight for better aircraft. Better communication. Better batteries, better probe cores, better surface scanning. Yeah, I'm going to save. I'm going to save my science for now. It's about time we started heading for Duna. First, let me see who the jerks are who... Stedler. I built you guys a space station. Built you guys a freaking space station. We do have a contract to build a new surface outpost on Minmus, though, so I suppose we could connect the two. Anyway, that's going to do it for now, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Always be sure to read the fine print of your contracts before accepting, especially before proclaiming your missions complete. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.